Coming on to the collection and preservation of the samples in case of examination of a person who is under the influence of alcohol. The number one sample to be collected is blood sample, and while collecting the blood sample, spirit swab should not be used to cleanse the surface from where the blood is to be withdrawn. Rather, the surface should be washed with soap and water. 5 ml of the blood sample should be collected in a screw-capped bottle of universal size. The cap should be properly secured after editing the appropriate preservative. The preservative are number 1, 5 mg of sodium fluoride, which acts as an enzymatic inhibitor so that the degradation of alcohol can be avoided, and 15 mg of potassium oxalate, which acts as an anticoagulant for every 5 ml of the blood sample taken. Next is the urine for alcohol analysis. This is more significant in the cases where the individual has been brought in with a considerable delay, and the main component to be detected here is the catabolic byproduct of alcohol, which is ethyl glucuronide. Ethyl glucuronide can trace catabolism byproduct of ethanol within a range of up to 3 to 5 days. Now, you took the samples, you sent them for the laboratory analysis, for the toxicology screening, and you have to give a provisional opinion to begin with, and then you declare the case finally when you receive the report from that laboratory. The provisional opinion, which is a short essay question for every student, for every pre-test, in every send-up, in every university professional examination, this question is asked: how to opine in the case of a medico-legal examination of alcohol intake individual. The opinion is to be given as follows: history and clinical examination are suggestive of alcohol intake by the individual. However, final report shall be issued after receipt of reports from Punjab Forensic Science Agency, Lahore, to whom the blood sample, urine sample, and the gastric levad sample, or either one of these samples, are being sent for the detection of alcohol/drugs/poison, if any. Now, this statement is important because sometimes there is a concomitant use of recreational drugs along with alcohol. Sometimes benzodiazepines are mixed along with alcohol and they have a synergistic effect. And sometimes CNS stimulants like methamphetamines, under the slang name of ice, they are being used along with alcohol and they have exactly opposite effect as to that of the alcohol. So they have multiple deleterious effects on the body. So if they are detected, and then poison, sometimes it's the moonshine whiskey, which is a local made wine which can be made through any process, and it could also be containing methanol, which is extremely dangerous and cause the immediate blindness of an individual due to the formation of formic acid. So these things are to be detected and analyzed, and once you receive the report and they state that the amount of ethanol in the blood sample was, we have to finally declare the case as forwarded in original the PFSA report of the individual in accordance with MLC number XYZ/24, stating that 0.25% ethanol is detected in the blood sample. Hence, the individual was in stuporous state when presented for medico-legal examination and falls under the legal section of 337J.